Welcome all. Today's top breaking news with Gitanjali from Bayan Times. Rise in COVID-19 cases leads to suspension of all regular activities at ISRO Sriharikota Rocket Center. New working modalities have been issued for ISRO Satish Dhawan Space Center SDSC SHAR in Sriharikota, according to which all regular activities are temporarily suspended as the coronavirus pandemic continues to cause panic. In view of the considerable number of COVID 19 positive cases in Shar and Sulurpeta housing colonies, it is essential to trace the primary contacts, test and isolate them to avoid further spread. All the office premises need to be fumigated and sanitized wherever the COVID positive employees had worked. Hence, the regular activities of SDSC SHAR are suspended till completion of aforementioned activities, said SHAR controller V. Kumbakarnan. Flood threat in various districts of Telangana. An incessant rains continued in different parts of Telangana. The water levels in various reservoirs of the state received huge inflows of water and are filled close to the brim. Administration in respective districts are on high alert to ward off any hazard due to flooding. The district administration in Karimnagar and Rajanna Circular districts open up control rooms as the Mid-Manya Dam received heavy inflows of water from catchment area. Inflow into the project from Kaleshwaram project water has been stopped as water level in the Mid-Manya Dam reached 20.4 TMC against its gross capacity of 25.87 TMC. Razakar rule is continuing under KCR, says Bandi. JP State President and Karimnagar MP Bandi Sanjay Kumar criticized Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao, saying that the Razakar rule has been continuing in Telangana. Addressing party cadre at the BJP office in Hyderabad, he alleged that the CM has the heirs of Razakars by his side in Pragati Bhavan. Just like the Razakars ruled from King Koti and Falaknuma palaces during the Nizam's period, KCR's rule is run from Pragati Bhavan Palace and Farmhouse Palace, he alleged. He found fault with the CM not for conducting the Telangana Liberation Day officially on September 17 every year. He alleged that the CM does not have the guts to fix fees for corporate hospitals. He added that if anything good happens in the state, the CM puts it in his account, and if anything bad happens, he blames the center. The state government had failed miserably in combating the COVID 19 pandemic, accused Bandi. Telangana HC extends its interim orders till September 10. Taking suo cognizance of the prevailing extraordinary circumstances, the full bench of the Telangana High Court issued orders to extend interim orders passed earlier by the High Court till September 10. Earlier, the bench had extended its interim orders till August 17. The bench comprising Chief Justice Rangvendra Singh Chauhan, Justice M.S. Ramchandra Rao and Justice A. Rajshekhar Reddy passed this order in a suo motu petition for extension of interim orders and abeyance of execution orders. The bench directed the registry to list this case on September 7. AT&C losses came down to 13.36% from 16.36%, says Andhra Energy Secretary. Observing that Andhra Pradesh has one of the lowest aggregate technical and commercial AT&C losses in the country, Energy Secretary Nagulapalli Srikanth has said that the government is leaving no stone unturned to provide cost-effective and qualitative power to consumers. He said the state has emerged as the best example for procuring cheap power, which will contribute in industrial, agriculture, and economic growth. The secretary said that the AT&C losses came down to 13.36% in 2019-20 from 16.36% the previous year. He added the efforts were on to further bringing it down. He also said that the power distribution companies, DISCOMs, were exploring every possible way to reduce the expenditure on power supply. Uttam asked cadre to fight for social justice, gear up for municipal polls. TPCC President and Nalgonda MP N. Uttam Kumar Reddy asked the party cadre to be vigilant as the Greater Hyderabad Municipal Corporation (GHMC), Greater Warangal Municipal Corporation (GWMC), and Karimnagar Municipal Corporation (KMC) elections are likely to be held soon. Addressing the party at Gandhi Bhavan in Hyderabad, he alleged that huge injustice was being done to Telangana people and added that the Congress party would fight hard even if a single drop of water was stolen from Telangana. He alleged that democracy had collapsed in Telangana in the last 6 years and attacks on the poor and weaker sections were taking place at several places in the state. He said that the Congress party would stand at the forefront in implementing social justice. Congress Legislative Party CLP leader Bhatti Vikramarka Mohd Ali Shabbir and other leaders were present. GHMC relief and rescue teams for Warangal in rains. With heavy rains lashing Warangal city for the last few days, 3 teams from GHMC Disaster Response Force DRF have been dispatched to Warangal for taking up required rescue and relief operations. The 3 teams, comprising 40 DRF personnel and equipped with specialized boats, pumps, generators, portable lighting systems, among others, left to Warangal on Sunday afternoon from Uppal Crossroads. They will be assisting the local municipal corporation and police in rescuing people from low-lying areas and working as per the directions of local officials. Depending on the situation tomorrow and as per the requirements of local municipal corporation, a call will be taken on extending the services by another 24 hours, said EVDM Director Vishwajit Kampati. Congress leaders blame intelligence failure for Bengaluru violence. Opposition Congress leaders blamed intelligence failure for the violence and questioned the Home Minister for blaming the internal differences in their party. On what basis is the minister making such allegations against the Congress? Let them first conduct the probe, former DYCM and head of the Congress fact-finding team, Dr. G. Parmeshwara said. Telangana Andhra Pradesh coronavirus live updates. Telangana reported 1,102 fresh cases of the novel coronavirus infection in the span of 24 hours on Sunday, taking the total tally over 91,361 in the state. With 9 fresh fatalities, the death toll stood at 68,126. Meanwhile, at least 68,126 patients have recovered from the deadly infection, the state government bulletin said. Andhra Pradesh COVID-19 infection positivity rate crossed the 10% mark as the state's aggregate number of cases reached 281,817 with the addition of 8,732 in the last 24 hours. The recovery rate also showed an improvement, touching 67.82% after 10,414 patients got cured, taking the gross to 1,91,117. In the last 24 hours, 87 fresh coronavirus deaths were also reported in the state, taking the toll to 2,562. Hussain Sagar Lake in Hyderabad brims 18 centimeters over full tank level. The Hussain Sagar Lake in Hyderabad touched its full tank level (FTL) on Sunday after the city witnessed incessant rain for more than 48 hours. Hussain Sagar is currently at current 513.59 meter, that is 18 centimeters over the FTL of 513.41 meter. The Greater Hyderabad Municipal Corporation (GHMC) officials said there is no danger, but residents living in the downstream areas of Domalguda, Himayatnagar, Liberty, and Ashoknagar can be affected if the rain continues. All the 18 vents are kept clear to make sure that there is interruption-free drainage. As the rainfall reduced since afternoon, the water level has slightly reduced too, said Nagaraju, assistant engineer of GHMC, who is continuously monitoring water levels at Hussain Sagar. With this, we conclude with our today's news headlines. For more such latest news and updates, like, share and subscribe Bayan Times.